Woo! Woohoo!
Welcome to Movie Boners, everybody.
Hello. That was nowhere near as messy as the last time we did this.
That's good. You're starting off the new year strong.
Am I?
It's only downhill from here. So new year, new us, I think is what they say. Nothing is really new other than we have a new episode and it's going to be very exciting. I've been waiting for this episode for weeks, literally weeks.
Weeks, my ass. You've been excited for this episode for
Months.
like a year.
It's true. It's true. As soon as I got fed up with 2022, I started looking at 2023 and got excited.
And it didn't take you very long.
No, it didn't. But before we get into 2022,
right?
What beer are you drinking today?
Well, so I'm drinking one that I've had before, but
Okay.
it's still fairly relevant, right? Because we're leaving 2022 behind. It's done. It's over. So I'm bringing back one that I really enjoyed last year. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking Bury the Hatchet.
Nice.
It's a tasty little stout.
Especially in a very competitive episode. It's good to bury the hatchet.
Yeah. Fucking episode.
Mine is also pretty relevant. I felt like a bit of the underdog going into the 2022 season. I think that you wanted to have the highest rating. You were very excited. You know a lot about movies and follow releases and entertainment news a lot more than me. So I, not tooting my horn, but I felt a little bit like the underdog. So I feel like this is appropriate. It's from Horse and Dragon Brewing Company. It's called The Dark Horse, of which I would consider myself the dark horse in the competition, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. 2022 made me really question everything that I thought I knew, paid attention to hype and excitement. In general, how is the audience going to respond to this? Here's the trends. It all blew up in my face. And so I'm mad at 2022 for that aspect.
All right. Well, we'll move on to 2023 at some point in this episode. I don't know if I said this is a dark lager, but it's very good. As is everything from Horse and Dragon Brewing Company.
Horse and Dragon is awesome. I miss that. They do
perfect stuff.
Oh, I miss Horse and Dragon.
All right. Normally we check in on the draft, but we'll do that in a second because that's the main point of the episode. Let's skip ahead to new things you've seen because I know you've seen a few new things.
My God, recently. I have watched several new things. It's amazing when we go 2 weeks without having to watch a movie specifically for the episode, let alone 20, just to narrow it down to 10.
When the episode's about things we haven't seen yet.
Right. Easy. So I definitely took advantage of that and was like, well, I'm just going to watch a ton of stuff. I did not watch everything I wanted to, but I watched quite a bit.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready for it? It's a bunch. Are you ready?
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Okay. I'm just going to go down the line. Most of these I enjoyed. Actually.
How many are there?
There's a lot.
Are we in for the long haul here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Ready? I'll rapid fire it.
Okay.
I watched Emily the Criminal.
Good or bad?
It was all right.
Yeah,
I thought Aubrey Plaza was awesome, but the story was kind of weak.
Yeah.
Well, it was good, but then there's this weird lull, and it just killed the whole flow of the movie. And I was like, oh, but she was excellent.
She's always great. Yeah.
I watched. You have recommended this several times. I finally watched it. The Night House.
Yeah.
That was fun. Fun. There's some fun tricks in that movie.
Yeah.
I watched such a cheesy. I just wanted something dumb while I was working on other stuff, and was like, I don't want something that I actually have to pay attention to. I want something stupid and entertaining, potentially funny because it's so bad. And I did get that. I watched a movie called Grim Cuddy It's on Hulu.
Okay.
It's basically a sad version of. Do you remember that Momo internet challenge thing going around a few years ago?
No.
The crazy looking lady online told kids to harm themselves. It
No.
was so
That sounds
dumb.
terrible.
It was so dumb. Well, they made a movie kind of loosely based on that. It was terrible. The practical effects were hilarious, and I would watch it again just for the horrible practical effects. But
Okay.
bad movie.
Is it in the so bad it's good category or not quite?
It like it's like right. It's close. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think it's actually there yet. Then I watched. This is kind of an older one, but it was new for me. Raya and the Last Dragon. That was that animated film that came out in 2020.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one.
I've seen most of that one.
Oh, there you go.
It was all right.
Yeah. Monica sat me down to watch her favorite movie of the year, which is this anime called Belle. That was an interesting movie. I enjoyed that, actually. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I watched a movie that went totally unheard of this year called See How They Run. And I have been loving because you have actually posted like memes or little GIFs from that movie right after I watched it. And I was like, oh, I get this reference.
Yeah.
If you like whodunits, I highly recommend See How They Run. Have you watched it?
I haven't watched it yet, but I am very interested because I love the cast.
Oh, the cast is awesome. It's got some clunky moments. It's not a perfect whodunit, but it was a very fun whodunit.
Cool.
I watched Knives Out too, The Glass Onion. Did you watch that?
No, not yet.
Okay. It's good. It's good.
Okay. I keep seeing things like posted about it that makes me want to watch it less.
It's nowhere near as fun as the first one. I think it definitely suffers from the sequel hangover.
Sophomore slump.
Yeah, but it was still good. Daniel Craig is awesome.
Always.
I watched Babylon.
How's that?
Not his best.
Okay. I've seen that it's the best movie of the year, and I've seen that it's absolutely terrible. So I'm not sure how it actually is.
It's neither. It's neither. Okay. He focuses too much on, ironically, the excess is overdone. I get it. Don't point it out. I get it. But
everything of promotion I've seen is like, it's about the excess of Hollywood. And
like, and it totally loses like its footing.
I gotcha.
A few times, but I didn't hate it. I just didn't think it was as good. I went and saw The Whale.
How was that?
That was amazing. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all.
That was incredible. It's one setting. It's inside his living room.
I love when movies do that.
Like, one setting, very, very minimal camera movement, but what Darren Aronofsky does with the camera and the way he filmed it, and obviously Brendan Fraser's acting is holy shit.
Yeah.
Awesome movie. Sadie Sink, who plays his daughter.
Yeah.
I left that movie going like, she needs the Best Actress award. He's going to get the Best Actor award.
That's awesome. I've before this movie came out, before I even knew she was in it, we were watching Stranger Things, and I was like, of this entire cast, I would most like to see Sadie Sink become like an actress that's like a big name, because I feel like she has what it takes.
Dude, her acting chops that she throws down in The Whale was unreal.
That's awesome.
Incredible movie. Absolutely loved it. And yeah.
The one I've been waiting for you to get to.
I know.
Because you posted about it. I know you saw it.
I caved. I saw it. I went and saw Avatar.
Like on the very last episode, you're like, I won't see it. I might see it. I might cave at some point. And then like the day after, I get a text. It's like, yeah, I
Dude,
saw it.
I was at home. I had nothing to do. I was bored. I was antsy. It was early in the morning. And I was like, I don't want to be at home, but I don't want to be out and like spend a ton of money on shit that I don't need. Because it was right around Christmas. I mean, Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was ironically looking for different show times for like, because Babylon was coming out and all that. So I was trying to find what else is playing. Maybe I'll go see Black Panther again. And but I found a showtime that was early, empty, because it was a Sunday morning, so it was like everyone was at church. I was one of maybe 10 people in the theater. Opening weekend, which I go in and I notice that and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that can't be good.
Fail. Yeah, no one showed up for this movie. And like Sunday night, they were all, it's made $500 million already. And it's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you think? Best movie of the year?
Oh God, no. It was better than the first one. I think the story was slightly better written. The CGI goes from being like okay to just horrendous. Like there are shots in that movie that I was like, oh God. 13 years, dude, and that was the CGI that you delivered. Okay.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like almost 3.5 hours long.
Okay.
It really does. I don't know if that's just because sitting in a theater chair for that long does kind of start getting to you a little bit.
Yeah.
But the worst thing about the whole movie, I didn't hate it as much as I expected to. And that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah. I hate when that happens.
I didn't think it was amazing or anything or really delivered anything new.
Yeah.
But it ended and I was like, motherfucker. God damn it.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Is that your whole list?
That's the list.
Damn, that was a lot.
I told you.
Yeah, like you, I hope to get caught up on all of the things, especially all the big movies that came out in 2022 that I didn't get around to seeing, like Black Adam and Banshees of Inisherin and all these movies that I'm excited for. I didn't watch any of them. I did watch Violent Night because it was Christmas time, and that was really fun. It is exactly Die Hard and
Home Alone.
Yeah,
like
do Home Alone things and directly reference Home Alone, but the entire story is literally Die Hard with Santa Claus, and it was fun. There were really fun things in it, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as much as you thought I would. It was great. And then I watched the most random ass movie. I don't remember where I even heard about it. It's a horror movie from this year called Skinamarink.
It's called what?
Skinamarink. One word.
Fuck is
Skinamarink. Skinamarink. It is an extremely stylized film with lots of it's on film with like lots of artifacts in the picture, like this from the 70s or 80s or something. Very interesting story concept. It's about these two boys who are in a house and their dad goes missing or like disappears, and all the doors and windows on their house also disappear. But the way that it's shot is with like very long lenses. Everything's kind of zoomed in. It's showing like the oddest angles. Like it's showing the ceiling, it's showing like the wall, it's showing like you don't see really anybody's face or outline or actually like actors. It's a movie that you listen to really more than you watch in a weird way.
How do you spell it?
Skinamarink.
There it is.
And it's like the Blair Witch, like but it's not like handheld, but it's like the Blair Witch where you don't really see anything. You're trying to see stuff. you're trying to like focus on the dark doorways and stuff. If you try to focus too much, this movie will annoy the crap out of you because you keep waiting for something to like happen or be in frame. It focuses on like this one spot for so long that you're like, something has to be there and it's not there. Like nothing's actually happening. So I wanted to say that I hated it. I want to say it sucks, but it also has stuck with me for like the last couple of days, and it is very effective in what it does. So it's not for most people. Most people will think it's very annoying, but it's kind of interesting and very different. And so it's a toss-up. I don't actually know how I feel about it. I might watch it again. I might not. I don't know exactly. But it's an interesting... When things do start happening, it's very interesting. But you'll probably wait 30 minutes for anything to start happening. So it's a tough one. It's a very tough one.
Well, I was looking it up, and just the preview that they play on the IMDb page, it's like 70s grainy kind of style.
Yeah, exactly.
Just watching the preview is kind of like, oof. And that goes on for how long?
I don't remember how long it is. It feels like a very long time.
Oh, almost 2 hours. Oof.
Yeah. Not a lot happens for most of it. It's mostly just stylized, but it does put you in that space pretty well. And because you're waiting for something to happen, you're watching and listening very intently. I don't know. It's a darn weird movie. I can't say I recommend it, but if you want a weird, artsy, indie horror movie, it's all right.
All right.
And that's all. Those are 2 things I watched. I had so many things I meant to get around to, and then definitely did not. Yeah.
Wow.
Partly because I've been watching college football games, and they've all been great, all week.
Man, for a second, I thought you were going to be like, and I've been rewatching Yellowstone all over again. No. I was going to be like, God damn it, Jake, it's okay to take a break from it.
I'm not rewatching it, but I am watching Yellowstone and 1923 every week it comes out. But that's only 2 hours of my week, so it's not a big deal. Not that anybody cares what I do during the week. Okay, so this episode is about recapping and crowning a champion for our 2022 movie draft. And I've put a little presentation together to walk through kind of what the results were, who won, interesting things that happened. And then we're going to talk about 2023 and all the... There's a ton of huge movies coming out in 2023.
There's a lot coming out.
We're going to do a movie draft for this next year, selecting the ones we think will do the best and talk about them as we go. So I don't think we need a DC shit show update at this moment. We'll probably talk about it during the episode. The last 2 episodes have gone a little long in that regard. Okay, so recapping, I just told you moments ago that I made this little results slideshow. It's probably a little more polished than you anticipated because I've been working on it for a long time.
No, as soon as you were like, I have a presentation, I was like, oh dear God.
Yes.
Like, oh man.
In our 2022 season.
Oh, that's what that movie was.
What movie was? What are you pointing at?
So, The Cursed.
Yeah.
Literally the other day, I was driving home, and I was like, I know I've watched more movies this year than what I think. And I was like, I saw one pretty early this year. What the fuck was it? It was some werewolf one. Whatever happened to that one? I totally forgot about it. I saw it. Yeah, it wasn't great, but there it is.
Yeah, I selected it. It made like $10 million or something. Not very much money. Okay. So at the beginning of the year, we selected 25 movies each. That went okay. Oh, also, we had team names. Your team name was Fuck You, Jake.
Yep.
Which I appreciated very much. Of the 25 movies, only 20 of yours were actually released.
Yeah.
The other 5 were pushed to 2023, which was relatively annoying. Of those were some pretty big, kind of your headline is predictable ratings. Spider-Man, Creed, Mission Impossible, those did not come out, and those definitely would have been good movies. My team, the Boners and Billions, because we were going to have good movies and make billions of dollars, only had 17 movies released, so
Yeah.
even worse. Not great. And I definitely could have used more box office. Flash and Aquaman were the main ones that actually definitely would have performed. So not a great year for actually movies coming out. 26% of all of our movies did not release. And interesting enough, both of our number 2 seeds did not come out.
Interesting.
You had Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I had Disappointment Boulevard.
Yeah, which is still like totally up in the ether.
Yeah, but it's now called Beau is Afraid. They're changing the title, which means it wasn't even close to coming out. I don't know what I was doing. So, fun infographic time, kind of just a recap. The best rated movie for you for the year was The Fabelmans at 7.8. For me, it was obviously Top Gun Maverick at 8.4.
Fucking
You had 10 of the top 16, so a lot of good movies. But I had 6 of the top 7. So I had the very, very top, and then you had the rest in the middle there. As far as worst movies,
my God.
Very terrible films. You had Halloween Ends at a 5.0, which I believe is the worst movie of the year.
Oh, I would rather watch The Munsters again over that shit.
And then I had Morbius, which I think was probably the second worst movie of the year, at a 5.2. So you had you had 4 of the bottom 5, with the only exception being Morbius. So that hurt for sure. But then I had 9 of the bottom 14, so most of the bottom as well. Very even, I think, is the main headline that we were really close to each other the whole time. The $1 Billion Club, so the highest grossing box office movies, you had Jurassic World Dominion, which just barely crossed $1 billion. But you also had Doctor Strange 2 and Minions 2, which were very, very close to $1 billion. Yeah. And then, of course, I had Top Gun 2 and Avatar 2, which made almost $1.5 billion each so far. We cut it off at the end of the year. I'm sure Avatar will make at least $2 billion.
I was waiting to see it like Sunday morning. Oh, Avatar hits 2 billion. And I was going to be like, well, I'm not getting on the podcast. I was waiting for it.
Yeah. And then my next highest was kind of way down the list. The Batman was 771 million. So you definitely had a higher box office overall, even though I had the 2 top ones. And then worst box office, not counting the straight to streaming ones. We both had 1 straight to streaming movie. You had Man from Toronto and I had 13 Lives. So the ones that actually had a little bit of money, you had Studio 666, which was basically $3 million. And then I had The Cursed, which was 4.6 almost $1 million. So very low. I think I gave it more credit a second ago when I said like 10 million. No, it was less than $5 million for that movie, which isn't great. It definitely hurt. And then a couple more of my kind of favorite interesting details. Obviously, comic book movies and franchise movies are a big part of any year. You bet more heavily on Marvel, which paid off pretty well. You had 3 Marvel movies all come out, and Doctor Strange, Thor, and Black Panther. And then you chose 1 DC movie, which was Black Adam. Did pretty good overall. I unfortunately bet heavily on DC, which is great because I got the Batman, which was like in the top 3 rated movies of the year. But I also had the Flash and Aquaman, which didn't get released. And then my hedge of my bet was to pick Morbius of all things.
You picked Morbius because it was the end of the draft and you were like, shit, I need something Marvel on my list.
Yeah. And I was like, it's in the Spider-Man universe. It should be great. Venom has gotten a ton of money. I don't understand why Morbius shit the bed, but that's neither here nor there.
Because it was a really bad movie.
It's really bad. It had 5.2 rating and 167 million. Did not help me at all. So comic book movies kind of burned me, I must say. But you did well, so good for you. The other thing, in contrast to franchises and big properties, original property movies, like kind of new concept movies, we did select several of them. You selected 10, I selected 14. Of the ones we selected, we both had 9 actually come out last year, which I thought was interesting. So tied there. Yours were a little better in the average rating for those 9 movies, just under a 7.0. And then, whereas mine was 6.6. And then mine was a little better in the box office. I had an average of 95 million per movie compared to your 60 million. So I thought that was interesting. We like supporting original movies, even though obviously big movies they help the draft, And then my favorite detail, my favorite statistic so far is who had the most black movies. So you had 3 black movies. You had The Black Phone, Black Adam, and Black Panther. I unfortunately had no black movies. So that, point for you, I guess, in that regard.
Oh man, I can just see you when you decided to make this slide. I bet. Oh god.
Okay, so into actual final results at the end of the season. So your story is that you basically had the most middle ground movies. 15 of your 20 were right in the middle, between 6.3 and 7.2. Yeah. You had those 4 out of 5 worst movies at the bottom, which drug you down, and you only had the 1 movie at the top, The Fabelmans, above a 7.2. I had a lot of the lower rated movies. 8 of my 17 were between a 6.0 and a 6.3, which is a lot. It's almost half. Only one was at the bottom, Morbius, obviously, below a 6.0. But I had 6 of the top 7 above a 7.2. So your final rating, IMDb average rating, is a 6.585, and mine is a 6.724. So I win the rating category. This is what it looked like over the year. Very close the whole time.
Yeah.
It was kind of back and forth, but very, very close the whole time. This is zoomed in between a 6 and an 8, so we were very close. As far as final box office, you averaged 318, almost 319 million per movie that released. And you had 5 out of the top 8 over 500 million. Mm-hmm. So a lot of those big movies, those 3 are the only 3 that I mentioned that I had. And then you had 6 movies under 50 million. So 6 underachievers. I had 337.6 million per movie. So a little bit more per movie that actually released. Although, to be fair, that's heavily weighted by Avatar and Top Gun. Without those 2 movies, I averaged like 190 million per movie. So even though I had less movies come out, overall it averaged more per movie. And then I had 5 movies under 50 million. I almost had the exact same as you, but Marry Me was just over that 50 million mark.
Oh, I forgot about Marry Me.
Great movie. Everybody should have seen it on Valentine's Day.
Shut up. It wasn't great.
It sucked. So your final total box office was $6,139,820 and $400, and mine was $5,700,000.
Hey, I got a point, even with Avatar and Top Gun. Fuck you, Jake.
Look at this chart. If Avatar came out 2 weeks earlier, I would have caught up.
Oh, I'd be fucked.
But yeah, it was so close. I mean, it wasn't that close. 400 million difference.
That's still close, considering how much Avatar is raked in.
Yeah. Oh. So what that means is
a tie. We have ourselves a tie.
So we have to do a tiebreaker. We came up with a way to do a tiebreaker, which is essentially using Rotten Tomatoes, which if you don't know how Rotten Tomato works, check out our other episode about that. But it's kind of at least a different sort of metric we can track. So we figured we'll use that for the tiebreaker this year, and then we'll also use it as a third category in the next one. So to explain how we'll do this, Rotten Tomatoes has this 2 different ratings. The critics rating, which is always kind of weird and not really aligned with how people actually feel. And then the audience rating, which is the Movie Boners podcast is an audience of the people. And so we thought if you take the audience rating and subtract the critics rating from it, basically meaning that if a critic likes it, it will count against you. If the audience likes it more, it will benefit you. And so whatever you end up with, I chose Sonic the Hedgehog 2 because it came out this last year, and it's kind of funny that the tomato rating is 69% and the audience rating is 96%.
That is pretty funny.
So then you get 27%. We'll average all of your movies across the year and see who chose movies that people like more versus critics more. So what that means is it's possible to go negative in this. If a movie, critics like a movie more than the audience, it'll go negative. You had 4 of the 6 movies that did that.
Oh my God.
The Northman and Turning Red were at 25 and 24% in the negative. And so the average tomato meter and the audience rating, there's still a good gap. You were positive overall, which was good. Black Adam helped you the most.
I was about to say, did Black Adam help?
It did. It was like 49% in the positive. So that's good. For me, I had 6 of the top 8 movies, weirdly enough.
God.
I had 2 of the negative movies, X and The Cursed. Critics like those more. But my averages were a little bit different. So believe it or not, the movie that saved me.
Oh my God. Morbius fucking saved you?
Morbius saved me. It was critics gave it a 15%, audiences gave it a 71%. So it was the highest positive of the year.
God.
So you were positive 10.85%. I was positive 15.94%. So yeah. So that means that I win the championship overall for this year. And I told you last time that we have this is going to look a little bit like I planned this because my wife.
Because you fucking did.
Christy chose, she wanted to give us a trophy, whoever won, and we were going to mail it to you if you won. And it'll be the traveling trophy. So when we do our, hold on.
It's been a minute.
That's Christy's beer. So whoever wins this next year will get whatever trophy this is. I have asked if it's a real trophy or if it's a joke trophy because you never know with Christy.
I'm so scared it's just going to be a bedazzled dildo.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm a mom now.
So Christy says that she has a trophy to present to me since I won this year.
Yeah, right.
Dustin, I didn't really envision that in our house. So
as soon as Avatar came out, and I was like, "Yeah, Jake's gonna win this year." Fucking dick.
I won't lie. I find it ridiculous that you hate Avatar, and
as do I.
It's fine.
As do I.
It's fine.
Where is it? Do you have to go get it?
No.
Oh, she has it with her.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready to receive my prize.
Okay.
Dude, if it's a dildo, you're gonna regret that. Oh my God!
That's amazing. Oh my God.
That is incredible.
There you go, mister.
That's amazing. Look at this. It's heavy.
I didn't like it.
Holy crap.
It's our logo and everything. Oh, so with those of you listening, it's so shiny. It's glancing off. So it's a championship belt that says Movie Boners Fantasy. What does that say? Movie Draft World Champion.
World Champion.
And it has our logo with these little wreaths around it. That's incredible.
It's also extremely heavy, so I'm kind of glad I don't have to ship it to you. This year. Next year, maybe.
There's a goat there.
Yep.
As in greatest of all time, I'm imagining. And then our logo is over there too. This is incredible looking. Look at that.
That's like the greatest thing ever.
I'm gonna just wear it over my shoulder for the rest of the episode.
Yep.
This is amazing.
No, I
Thank you.
deserve that. With as much I trolled you this year.
Yeah.
I deserve that. That's
Sorry,
fair.
Dustin.
But
it's okay. Karma's a bitch.
You had it in the bag, so.
No, I had a feeling Avatar was going to screw me over. And as soon as Jake was like, I think I've come up with a way to have a tiebreaker. And I was like, this motherfucker right here he's maneuvering pieces.
To be fair, I asked you what you wanted to do. And I also gave you the option, and so I didn't like choose. It's above board, everybody, completely above board. I didn't choose anything that I knew would win. I asked what you wanted to do. If you want to do flip a coin, if you want to just be tied, that we could do that, even though that's super lame. But now I'm the winner, so it is.
No, you know what the worst part about you winning is, though, Jake?
What?
You know what's the hardest part to understand of how you managed to win?
What?
Fucking Morbius helped you out. Fucking Morbius.
I know. It's destiny.
Okay, baby. Okay.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
You're so...
That's pretty awesome.
And gracing us with the greatest trophy the world has ever seen.
I'm kind of sad I didn't get you the dildo now.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was an option.
Maybe next year.
I didn't even think of it. That's fine.
I was a little worried. That's what it was going to be.
So was I. You never know, honestly.
No. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Christy. Good seeing you.
Goodbye, Movie Boner fans.
I like your Movie Boner merch you're wearing there.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, that's a good sweatshirt.
Hey, I am as well. Christy got me this for Christmas, actually. She bought my own merch for Christmas, but I love it.
My shirt's not clean.
That's all right.
That's cool. Okay, I gotta go take care of my sleeping baby. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Love you.
Okay, goodbye.
This thing is incredible.
That thing's fucking
too bad you can't have it. Sorry. Yeah, so... Oh, wow. That was so exciting. I don't even know where to go from here. Oh, before we move on and get into 2023, before we leave this last year, whether it was good or bad, that will be for the history books to decide. But I did want to get your final thoughts on 2022. Were there any favorite movies? How would you summarize it? Good, bad? Final thoughts.
I was very entertained this year.
Yeah.
Like, I was really entertained this year, which is always
the whole point of movies.
That's why I go to the movie. I mean,
yeah.
I saw majority of the films in the theater with big audiences, which is always a blast for me because that's the point.
Yeah.
Is to experience a film with other people all the time. Super fun, pretty entertaining, with the exception of a few. This is the first year I've been like physically angry and like hurt by some movies.
Halloween and monsters mostly.
Fucking Halloween and the monsters, man. But I enjoyed the year for the most part. I think a lot of the movies that would be considered middle ground, I think they did their job. I think they were entertaining. I don't think half of the movies set out to be like the greatest thing ever put on screen. I think a few movies did. I think only 3 of them actually achieved to be possibly some of the greatest things we've seen on screen, at least in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this was a pretty decent year for movies up until both DC and Marvel started postponing and reshuffling everything. That kind of sucked. But in hindsight, it kind of gave a little extra breathing room to other movies to do their thing, and I think that worked out well. I do have like my top 10, but maybe I'll just give you the top 3 that I thought.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. We can always post like our top 10 from the year.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Go to Instagram at Movie Boners with a Z.
Yeah. But my top 3 were Top Gun Maverick, The Batman, and the movie, like, it shook me. It was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. Yeah, which I've heard a lot of people say really good things about. It's one of the ones I meant to get to, but
yeah, that movie hit me on a very different level and was very like cathartic. And when you have a scene where all it is 2 rocks and it's like emotional, you're doing something well.
Yeah, I would say so.
But those 3, I think, were the best films of the year. I really enjoyed The Northman too, and that was my favorite for the longest time. But I've kind of revisited a bunch of these movies the last few weeks, or the last month, really. And you can't deny. I'm so mad that I thought Top Gun was going to be like an utter fail, and it ended up being like
the best.
Okay, in terms of film achievement, Top Gun or Avatar, like Top Gun is going to take that, in my opinion, 10 out of 10 times because it was like real.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that definitely helps.
When I sat in the theater and was watching them hit those G's, like I felt like I was being pushed into my chair. I felt it was intense. It was exciting. It was emotional. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Avatar was like, it's all animated.
Pretty colors. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Everything's the same shade of blue.
Yeah, putting blue people underwater sounds like a bad idea, but maybe that's just me. Yeah, I agree with you.
What about you, Jake?
I think that, there's a lot of great movies or highly recommended movies I didn't get around to seeing because I had a baby and all this stuff. But I agree. I think that Top Gun Maverick and The Batman and probably The Northman are my favorite 3 movies from this year. Were all awesome. And
they're exciting. Yeah. They invoked everything you should have invoked in you when you go to a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was incredible.
All right.
I really enjoyed the year. I really did.
Me too. It was a great year. Hopefully this next year is just as good, if not better. So we're going to do our 2023 draft. We're going to be talking about all the new movies coming out this next year and kind of, I guess, what we're excited for, what we're not excited for, that kind of thing. So we'll be mostly talking about what movies you should care about, but we will be also drafting them into our teams for this next year.
Yeah.
First thing we need to do, though, is figure out who goes first. And I meant to ask you this before we started recording and you knew who won, but in the interest of fairness, I will do it now. Do you want to flip a coin again? Or do you want to say loser of that season gets first round pick?
So I was thinking about this today because I had a gut feeling that I lost. But also just in terms of between the two of us, I'm the one that does like the fantasy football.
Yeah.
Which I also lost. This is not a good time for fantasy drafts for me, man.
You're going to rise up from the ashes like a phoenix, though. It's a good Phoenix impression.
So if we do it fantasy football style, the person that lost the fantasy would get first pick.
Yes.
So it's up to you because I'm obviously going to be like, let's do that.
I think that is the most fair, even though it goes against everything I want to do to not pick first this round, and I like the chance to pick first. But it's also sportsmanlike, and also I may be benefiting myself next year. If I lose, I'll get to go first. So that will be the new rule.
Right. You can count on me being like, I'm not going to pick the Batman because I think it'll do well, but not that great. And then it's like this giant.
Right. Okay, so we'll do that. You will get to go first in the draft. The other thing that we need to do is select team names.
Yes.
And so have you...
And I have a better name than just fuck you, Jake.
Good. I tried to give you a heads up so that you were prepared.
And I have actually been like trying to figure out what name I'm going to be. And I finally just like, you know what? This works. We're going with this. It's kind of a long name. I hope you're okay with that.
Sure. That's fine.
All right. It's not a long
also, name. What color do you want to be? I have put this thing together and we have some of the movie bonus colors, purple and greenish green.
I'm going to do the green.
You would do the green.
Yeah.
All right.
I want the green. All right. So my team is going to be Boners Royale with cheese.
Okay. That's a great name. I think that's top tier, top drawer name choosing. Okay. I have chosen a team name, and because I put the slideshow together, I knew that I had won, so that kind of feeds into it. I'm trying to think of a way next year to because it's a very manual process to get the scores together, and so maybe I can find a way to either have Christy do it or have it just be automatic. So I can find out with you that next year. That would be fun. But because I was already planning to do it this way, which is very weird because I didn't anticipate this wrestling belt coming into play. But wrestling and football are like, Michigan football specifically, are kind of two things that I love the most in addition to movies. So I thought that it would be funny to have a team name called Heel to the Victors. Heel as in, I'm probably going to be a dick about being the champion this whole season, so you're going to have to suck it up. And I'll be the heel champion as we go through it. And this belt is really going to help with that. So I'm very excited about it. So that's where we're at. That's my team name. So as far as, before we get into the draft, a couple of rule changes for this year. Obviously, we talked about the third category, which is the Rotten Tomatoes category. You have to win 2 out of 3. So it's still the average IMDb rating across all your movies, and it's still the total worldwide box office from Box Office Mojo. But also we'll do the Rotten Tomatoes difference between critics and audience, average of that across all your movies. The other big change is there were big stretches of time where nothing really interesting seemed to happen in the draft. And it's partly because a quarter of our movies didn't get released, and partly because I was really bad at picking my movies and had no movies come out in July and August. So we decided to increase the pool where we are now selecting 35 movies instead of 25 movies each, and also 2 wild card movies. So 37 total picks. The 2 wild cards you will be able to choose if you want to use the rating or the box office, or neither. If you choose a wild ass movie that might be good and it ends up being terrible, you don't have to have it hurt your score. But you can also choose one or the other if you feel like it helps you. So that's kind of the dealio there. And also the other rule change is no more streaming movies, only theatrical releases. So there will be no 0 box office choices. That should be, I think, more interesting as well.
At least until, as the year progresses, they announce, you know what? They're not releasing this one theatrically. It'll only be on Netflix, or it'll only be on Hulu.
I had that thought because that could happen. I think most likely it might happen to Warner Brothers and DC as they're trying to figure out what these movies even mean anymore. I could see 1 or 2, maybe all of them, just getting sent to HBO Max. We're done with these, but they're finished, so I guess you can watch them.
Yeah,
if that happens,
I kind of expect them to just. I'm shocked they're even still releasing them.
Yeah.
But that's.
So
we're trying to go an episode without crashing DC.
If that happens, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Maybe you'll have to select a movie that hasn't been picked or something. Okay. So we've decided who goes first. I think we've done all this. And it's worth noting, we're recording this on January 2nd. This will come out on the 8th. So as at this moment, I think any movie in 2023 is
everything's open
eligible.
right now.
Yeah. Last year we did it a little late and couldn't select Scream and I think maybe 1 or 2 other movies. So right now everything is on the table. So yeah, I think this is the moment where we start drafting movies. I want to show you the massive spreadsheet that I made to help me do this. It has all of my secrets on it, so I'm not going to. Maybe after we select, because I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
I know. You have been breaking your brain for this draft.
I've made so many mistakes. You couldn't tell because I did win. But I've made a lot of mistakes, and I feel like I learned from them. So this year I'm going even harder.
So really what I have to hope for is that all this extra work is going to backfire on you.
Somehow.
That's what I have to hope for.
You have to hope for something that would never happen to happen.
Oh my God.
All right. So
all right.
it is your pick. Oh, maybe I'll move these around so that you're at the top so we know who went first.
All right. So my first pick is kind of drawing off of last year's draft for two reasons.
Okay.
I'll put them in order. Number 2, this was one that got postponed.
I was so confused. I'll put them in order. Number 2. Whoa. Where'd number 1 go?
In ascending order. And so number 2, it got postponed, and I'm still bitter about that. But and number 1, I am never betting against Tom Cruise again.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
That is a very good choice. It would have been my number 1 as well, just based on the fact that obviously Tom Cruise gets what audiences want, and it's doing a very good job.
So, super quick tidbit while you type it out in my box and come up with your number 1. I introduced my daughter to the Mission Impossible franchise this last week.
Okay.
And every movie, during every freaking stunt that he does, her jaw was on the floor. Her eyes were huge. She is like, I had nail marks in my arm because she's holding on to me so tight. She's like, this isn't real, Dad. I'm like, no, this is real. He's actually doing this. She's like, oh my God, Dad. It was a lot of fun to watch her freak out of all the stunts that he performs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do not blame you at all for that. I think that that's a great pick. I think it's interesting they did it's the first time they've done like a 2-part thing, like Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Dead Reckoning Part 2.
Well, I think these are it. I think they're officially like concluding the franchise.
The end of the franchise. I could see that for sure. So let me consult my oracle over here. So my chart tells me that if you select that, which I thought that you would, playing right into my plan, my number 1 pick, it has to be Dune Part 2.
Ooh. I knew you were going to pick Dune. I knew that.
Are you just saying that?
No, I knew you were going to go with Dune.
Okay. I believe you.
It was like your favorite movie of the last 2 years.
I think it's definitely going to be great. I think that more people have seen the original Dune after it's been out on like, streaming and DVD and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it was big in the theaters, very highly rated. I think it's going to be the second one's going to be even bigger. So can't lose with Dune.
I think that's interesting that both of our first picks are sequels.
Yeah, I don't think that's terribly surprising.
No,
but I do think so.
All right, for round 2, I'm going with my boy Nolan, and I'm picking Oppenheimer.
Okay, good call there. I thought you might, and so I have a pick waiting in the wings to counter that move. Yes, Oppenheimer. Yeah. Obviously excited about that. I think that it'll be on the level of Tenet was very crazy, and I think that some people like that, some people didn't. I think it'll be more like Dunkirk, where it's historical, incredible, but more accessible, I guess traditional in its storytelling.
And I'm excited for people to kind of see the story about this guy. Like, and how he actually really hated what he created. So
yeah, I definitely agree. Okay, so because you selected Oppenheimer, I have to do it. It has to be done. I need them to go against each other head to head, and I need to be able to post about it. So I have to select Barbie.
Oh my god, I forced you to pick Barbie in your second round.
They come out on the same day, and they're going to be competing directly. So I think it will be good. I'm genuinely excited about Barbie. I don't really know what it is going to be like, but I also think that's a good thing. I think that there's a lot of buzz about it because of the mystery. That could get ruined if somebody just completely ruins the mystery and says, "Oh, it sucks," or "Oh, it's this."
I'm trying so hard not to predict how films are going to do, what the audience is, or anything like that.
Oh, interesting.
It totally bit me in the ass.
That is exact opposite of what I'm doing. When I show you this spreadsheet, I have estimated the rating of each movie. I have estimated the box office of each movie based on who's involved, the past track record of the franchise, all this stuff. I'm telling you, it's an incredible spreadsheet. So yes, Barbie is my selection.
I think Barbie's going to be a train wreck, but it'll be an entertaining one. That's just me.
Yeah, that could very well be. But I'm also here for it. If it is an entertaining train wreck, I'll see it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, Jake, as well as anyone that has listened long enough or knows me, I like entertaining train wrecks.
Yeah.
Like,
they're kind of the best kind.
They're fun.
The whole point is you can't walk away.
And they're going to make sure you can't, because the teaser trailer is fucking bright and colorful.
It's true. It's so funny seeing, like, here are the movies coming out in 2023, and it's all, like, very serious. Dune, Oppenheimer, like, all these serious movies, and it's like, Barbie is pink. It's hilarious.
My third round is another bitter one from last year. I want my Spider-Man on there, so I'm going with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for number 3.
Yeah, that one should be very big. It's a part 1 also, isn't it?
No, it's a part 2.
No, it's a part 1. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
I asked you out of politeness, but I knew the answer.
I know.
Well, that's good, because so far, that's good for me because you didn't select the movie I was worried you would, which is my next pick. I think that potentially the biggest movie, certainly the biggest Marvel movie of the year, is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Fuck.
I think that it will be big, not just with James Gunn leaving, but I think that Guardians of the Galaxy is probably the most liked series in the MCU. And when you select a wild card, you have to declare which one is your wild card. I'm pretty sure that's obvious.
Right.
And then I'll color the background differently so I remember which one was your wild card. Wow, this draft has gone pretty much exactly how I anticipated. I ranked them as far as like level of hype, and my number ones were Dune and Mission Impossible, and then I had several 2s, and those 4 were all my level 2s. So like the first 6 are the first 6 on my list. It's pretty obvious, I guess.
All right. Well, I guess since you're going Marvel, I need to go Marvel as well.
You just took Spider-Man, dog.
Yeah, fuck you, Jake.
I'm just saying.
Plus, I need a earlier release than what I have so far. So I'm going Ant-Man.
Okay, that is currently the next one down my list. So well done for you, Ant-Man. Oh gosh, I need to stop turning on caps lock. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania. It's funny. I feel like Ant-Man was shit on initially by everybody, and now I think that it's pretty well liked.
Ant-Man is another like fan favorite, and since everyone knows that
Paul Rudd is probably
everyone that was a part of the Infinity Saga is pretty much leaving at this point. Everyone wants to see how it's going to end. So
yeah. I think also people like that first set, and so anybody that's still left, Guardians, Ant-Man, people are gonna be like, I remember that, I recognize that. It's not like going to the Eternals and now I have to see all these new people and I don't know what's going on. You at least feel grounded here with these
Eternals
characters.
are so dumb.
Okay, then my pick is definitely going to be in the most consistent franchise possibly ever. It's going to be John Wick Chapter 4.
Okay.
I'm sincere. It is
No, I agree
consistent
with you.
movie
I
ever.
thought you were about to say something else, and I was like laughing at you.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't being sarcastic. But all three previous movies on IMDb have the same.
I know,
rating.
it's crazy.
They're all a 7.4, and so I think that this one will also be a 7.4. And I am very excited about. I mean, I love John Wick, obviously, but I'm very excited for the additions. I'm very, very excited for Donnie Yen to be in it as like a blind dude. That's going to be so sick. And the trailer looks awesome. I love they're expanding all the lore, which is the best part of John Wick.
Just what you and I have been talking about since that first one.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's been a minute since we've had a big Pixar Disney theatrical release. And
that's probably true.
I think they got a big one coming. I'm going to go with a movie called Elemental as my number 5.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good. It looks like I wanted to say Get Out, but that's a very different movie. Inside Out. It looks kind of like Inside Out, at least.
I do get it's a style that kind of gave me the Inside Out
the
vibe.
Kind of topic, I think, too, where there are these different elements and they're all, that sounds like different emotions. It seems kind of the format of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's very cute. It also looks like Soul. That like water dude looks like the movie
Soul was good.
Yeah. Okay. So, very interesting. I anticipated you selecting that, so that's good. Maybe not.
You did not anticipate me picking that.
No, I said I didn't. That's the first one so far. I have not. I'm going to select also an animated feature, not from Pixar though, from Illumination, who are a heavy hitter in the category. I'm going to choose the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yep.
I think might be good.
I'm stoked for it.
A lot of people are giving Chris Pratt shit for his like non-Mario voice,
which made me laugh. So even Monica, who's been more excited to see this movie, we have watched that trailer so many times. Yeah. And she's like, even though he has a stupid accent, right? And I was like, dude, you have to just be regurgitating what the internet is saying. Because she's on social media now. She watches it. I'm like, in the trailer, he has like 2-3 lines. And the accent sounds fine. It doesn't sound like this forced, horrible, wannabe Americanized Italian accent. It's just a goofy voice. It sounds fine. Just like,
I mean, it sounds like most animated voices, like
right,
Lego Movie or something.
So I was telling her, like, don't listen to the internet. It's just people trolling, and don't succumb to their bullshit. And then she got mad at me.
Exactly. It's a life lesson.
It is. Round 6.
Okay. 6 to you, sir. Yeah, this is where it gets a little dicier because a lot of the big ones are taken. I mean, there's still a lot of big ones, actually.
There's a lot.
Maybe 6 rounds from now, it will get a little dicier.
Oh, you took that one.
Yeah, I've been marking off which ones have been taken so I don't look stupid.
Actually, you messed up a couple of them that I was going to take in these rounds. Okay. Yeah. Well, looks like it's time to start going away.
What does that mean, going away?
I have mine set up in the order that I wanted and like which drafts I think they would work well in.
I see.
I'm going box office. I think this movie is going to be just stupid big.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the conclusion of the franchise I thought you were going to pick earlier.
Bro, there's like 5 conclusions to franchises this year.
But this is a big one.
Okay.
Fast X.
Fast X. Yeah.
I think the conclusion of the Fast and the Furious series is going to be ridiculous.
I do think so too. I think that, all of them do very well at the box office.
Yes.
It's more about, like you said, the rating tends to not be wonderful, but people will definitely see this.
People are going to
be hyped for it.
It's one of the biggest franchises of all time. People are going to flock. It's going to be crazy.
All right.
Was that round 6? Yeah, that was 6.
Yeah. Okay. You almost had me change course, but I'm going to stay the course with my original plan.
Okay.
And select a movie that I think will be big, even though I have not seen any movies in this franchise, but apparently they're good, and apparently people like them. I'm going to select Creed 3.
Oh.
The first 2 people like a lot, and I have never gotten around to watching them.
Me neither. But I also
they're above 7 sevens on the scale, IMDb scale.
I'm not a big Michael B. Jordan fan. That's why I have not watched them.
Yeah. And I think it's the first one that doesn't have Rocky Balboa in it. That might be a problem. I've
seen the trailer for it numerous times at this point, but
the trailer looks pretty good if you ask me. So I don't think it will be bad. I think it will be good.
Wow, I really got to veer off and start doing my own shit. I got to change it all up now. Shit.
Yeah. Just blaze your own trail. Be your own man. I think I might select a wild card next.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe it's too early for that.
I'm saving mine. I
just don't want the ones that I think would be good wild cards to get taken by you as real movies.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do it.
Final answer?
I'm going to go with Ghostbusters Afterlife 2.
Interesting choice.
Well, Afterlife, people really enjoyed.
Yeah.
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. Even not being a big Finn Wolfhard or whatever the fuck his name is, Wolfhard.
Wolfhard, bro.
I'm not a fan of his. But the movie was very well made, and it was very in line with how Ghostbusters was, which the appeal to the fan base is a good thing. Hopefully they maintain that in this one.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Definitely fair. In that case, I will choose... Yeah, it's definitely too early for a wild card.
Yeah,
Do not be crazy here. Let's not get crazy.
I have a feeling I know what one of your wild cards is, though.
I am going to... Fuck.
Not on the show, you're not. Damn.
I'm going to choose a wild card.
You are doing it. Okay.
Yeah. I am going to select Asteroid City as my wild card. Because I'm pretty positive the rating's going to be high, but the box office is not. And so if I'm only choosing one of them, I'm going to choose the rating.
That was one that you had last year, wasn't it?
It is, yeah. And it was one of the ones that was silly of me to have had last year. One of several.
I mean, that cast is incredible.
Yeah, it's always good, always well rated, and well received. The old Wes Anderson movies.
I never watched The French Dispatch, though. Did you?
No, I kind of forgot it came out.
Me too.
Was that 2020 or 2021?
21?
I think it's 21. Yeah, I heard literally nothing about it. Hopefully it was good. I should have probably checked on that.
I checked. It's in post-production. It's still slated for this year.
Okay, yeah, so that is my wild card. Oh, I will, I guess, denote it as a wild card here. How do I do that? Let's do like this. Choose a background color. Light. It's like the Riddler. It's a mystery. I guess green is more Riddler. Shut up.
Just a little bit. Well, purple and purple and green is Riddler.
Okay.
You're fine. Don't overthink it, Jake.
As long as I have your sign off, I feel good about it.
There's a lot of movies, but there's a lot of movies I don't want to pick.
Yeah, that's true. We're starting to get into there's still a lot of big franchises. Also some pretty good original movies so far that are left. But yeah, there's some landmines. More than some. There's a lot of landmines in this list still.
Okay.
And the biggest mistake I made last year was selecting like 6 or 7 movies that did not have real dates.
Yeah.
I still have 2 movies I might select that don't have an actual date yet.
Don't pick that internet movie again.
I won't pick the internet movie. I found out. I think that Kung Fury 2 might not come out, at least for a very long time, because they're in like a legal battle with, I don't know, over some dumb stuff.
Okay.
But it's very disappointing. Yeah. Oh, I think their producer studio was supposed to give them money and didn't or something. I don't remember.
Oh, fun.
But it sucks. Yeah.
Well, for my next round, I think I'm going to go second guessing.
Don't overthink it.
I am overthinking it.
Just go with your gut.
Okay. I'm going with the Hunger Games prequel.
Interesting. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, I think that could be one of those things where it like rejuvenates the franchise. I know it's been highly hyped up, and I think people are.
Has it? I haven't heard anything about
it. Seriously?
I saw one teaser for it.
Oh no! Like people have been waiting for this.
Yeah, I guess it's based on a book,
yeah.
Right? I did not really pay attention to the books, but that would explain why people care about it.
But yeah, there's a lot of people, plus fans of that franchise. You know, yeah. I enjoy the Hunger Games franchise. I will definitely be going and watching this one. I never read the book. I'm like, oh, Hunger Games. I'm going to go watch it. Which is probably going to be a good portion of people as well.
Yeah, I think that you're probably right about that. All right. Hunger Games it is. I'm going to select. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm going to go against my better judgment and hope for the best, because I do not want to believe in Indiana Jones and the Pick of Destiny.
See, I was debating. I was debating on that one.
Yeah, but I
like that you called it the Pick of Destiny. That's Tenacious D.
Oh yeah, it's something of Destiny. When you watch the
Dial
trailer,
of Destiny.
Dials of Destiny. That's a terrible title. But when you watch that trailer, does it not give you goosebumps? Like I think
I'm stoked for it, but I'm also
okay.
I'm hesitant. I'm super hesitant though.
Yeah, that's
because
kind of where I'm at.
Crystal Skull was just such a.
I know.
Crystal Skull was not good.
It was awful.
So like I'm excited.
Not good is a too kind of a statement. It was.
I know.
Awful.
I'm giving it credit. I know that like talk about this one has been to give fans kind of what they had expected from Crystal Skull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I'm still
It's entirely possible that. Oh, this is a better photo. It's entirely possible that Crystal Skull was so bad that they may try to reset and and the safest way to do that and get fans back on board is to do what Force Awakens did and basically do everything we know works, play it super safe, give everybody the fan service that they're hoping for. It won't be great long term, but it will be fun and good enough in the short term. Harrison Ford is like 80 something damn years old. He should not be an action star.
He's so old, but he's still like he still looks pretty good. He just does.
Yeah. Well, I'll love that CGI.
Yeah,
we'll do that to you.
I'm gonna go watch it, and I'll probably enjoy it for the most part. But I worry that Crystal Skull hurt the franchise maybe too much.
Mm-hmm. Scared away fans.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think people are. I think so much time has just gone by. I think it's like, yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
They probably should have just left it with The Last Crusade.
Yes.
And called it a day.
That's probably wise.
But that's hindsight, and that doesn't help anyone at this point. So,
and it doesn't make Disney any money.
No, and they need that money.
It's true.
All right, let's see here. Oh, there's no way I'm picking that one.
Oh, that's not how you spell Royale. It has an E, doesn't it?
Yep.
Thank you. For nothing.
That's what I'm going to do to you this whole year, Jake. I'm just going to let you make little fuck-ups that are funny and not tell you about it.
That's fair. Understandable.
That way, when you're bragging about stuff, people will be watching it going like, dude.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
And I'm just going to sit and smile.
Yeah. You're like, okay, buddy. Whatever.
So I think for my next pick,
yeah,
I'm going to go with one from one of your favorite actresses.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a movie called A Good Person.
Oh, yeah. With
Florence Pugh, Morgan Freeman.
It's Zach Braff's movie.
Yes. It's his next movie, first movie doing this since Garden State, right?
No, he had another movie after Garden State.
Oh, did he?
I don't remember what it was called.
Okay.
I did see it. Sure, it was great. It got a 6.6 on IMDb and had $6 million. I didn't write down the name. Good Person.
It's not out yet.
No, the last one. The second movie he did after Garden
State. Okay. I was very confused.
I'm going to do the thing that I shouldn't do, which is select a movie without a date yet, because I can't help myself, and because this movie didn't have a date last year, and it is definitely going to be done, and it's definitely going to release this year. I'm confident in that. So I'm going to select Beau is Afraid, which was previously called Disappointment Boulevard.
Oh my God, you're still going with that one.
I am going with it. It's going to be good. And I love Ari Aster. I love everything he's ever done of the two things that he's done. So it has to be good. And it,
well, I got to give you shit for that one. I'm a fan of Ari Aster.
yeah,
and Joaquin Phoenix is
amazing. It's gonna be like the Joker but more terrifying. Also, people that don't know,
but it's not listed as a horror. It's listed as a comedy, drama, mystery.
Yeah, people that don't know, Beau is Afraid was like Ari Aster's first short film that got a ton of praise. And then there's been rumors ever since Disappointment Boulevard was announced that he would make a full-length Beau is Afraid. And then when they finally changed the title, everybody's like, yeah, we already knew that it was going to be called Beau is Afraid.
Right.
But if it doesn't get a date, I will eat my hat. It has to get a date this year. It has to come out. I'm confident that it will. They've taken
All
their
it said was post-production.
They've taken their sweet time editing it because he wanted to make it like crazy long, and everybody's like, no, you can't make it crazy long. I almost forgot to put in the poster. I will say the poster for it, not good.
It's a bad poster.
It's not a
really
good
bad
poster. And I don't know. It must have A24. I know it's A24's biggest budget movie yet, so that's another thing. But they must have blown all of their budget on the movie and not had any left over for the poster. It's weird looking. But maybe that's what he's going for. Maybe he wants it to be weird looking.
What round are we?
Hold on, I went away from it here. 10. We have a long way to go. The problem is that there are very big movies and very big franchises, but a lot of them are going to be just okay. And so we're trying to avoid that.
Yeah. Like every movie's going to be middle of the road right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Knock at the Cabin.
Okay. I am super excited for that.
Have you read the book?
No. No, of course I haven't read the book. You asking me if I read the book was the first time I ever knew there was a book based on it. I had no idea it was based on a book. But I am, as everybody knows, and as you know, a massive M. Night Shyamalan fanboy. I'm shocked that Old was not as well received as it was. I loved Old as well.
See, I was not a big fan of Old.
Interesting. I liked it, and I'm liking it more and more the more I watch it.
See, that's what I figure it would be, but I have not rewatched it.
Okay, Knock at the Cabin, off the table.
Yeah.
Old has a 5.8 on IMDb, which is crazy talk to me. 6.5 at least. Okay. I am going to select... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check my... Oh, shit balls. I don't have anything in January or February yet. Time out. Please stand by.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I am going to select a smaller movie, but I think it's going to be very good and has another favorite actress of ours. I'm going to select Alice Darling.
Oh.
Kind of an oddball choice, but I needed something in January. And Anna Kendrick looks amazing in it. At least in the trailer.
I haven't even seen the trailer for it.
You should watch the trailer as soon as you get a chance because Alice Darling looks great. It looks intense and emotional and all of that junk, but Anna Kendrick looks like a powerhouse in it.
So that's your January pick?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Give me Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
Oh. Okay. What's your thought process there?
I needed another comic book movie.
Glad you're trying so hard to win this. I've seen.
No, I think.
Go ahead.
I think people are gonna go watch it. I'm expecting middle ground rating, but Shazam is the only DC character that may survive the James Gunn takeover.
Okay,
so I think that's going to.
That's a lot of reasoning, probably. That people will care about the character because they see a future for it. I've seen a lot of people in comment sections saying this. He's like, we have 4 movies coming out this year, and everybody's like, nobody cares anymore because you've told us it doesn't matter. And so I'm trying to think if that's ever happened before, where something got rebooted midstream and there's still parts of the franchise that have not released yet, and now everybody's told these are not going to matter, but we want you to also still care about it. Everybody's like, why would I care about this movie that's not going to continue?
Because they're going to have open-ended endings, which is
it's not going to be a one-off movie that is actually like good on its own. It's going to be obviously referencing other things that are never going to happen. Yeah, but okay. Of the ones that are out there, that's probably the safest one. That's true. I have opinions about the other 3 if we ever get to them. Dare I? I do dare. I'm going to select another original property that I'm actually very excited for because I like these guys that write and direct these movies. Somewhat, sort of. Never mind. I'll just move on. I'm excited about 65. I think it should be good.
I'm curious about it. Oh, that was another new one that I watched.
You watched 65?
No.
Okay, good.
I watched White Light. It's another Adam Driver movie on Netflix.
Oh. Was it good?
It's okay. He's excellent.
Sure. He always is excellent.
The movie itself is kind of like underwhelming, but he is excellent. It was an interesting movie. Ish.
The review is getting weaker as time goes on.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of movies that come out in March. I need to stop selecting March movies.
I actually don't have high hopes for this one. So, you know what?
No, I don't know what.
No, I'm not going to count it as a wild card. I'm not going to count it as a wild card. This will just be a pick. All right.
Got it.
I'm going to go with Scream 6.
Yes.
Or 5. What one is it?
6.
6.
Yeah. That's... Actually, I'm going to do it the way their poster does it because it's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Scream. My wife is going to be upset with me for not selecting that because she really likes Scream 5. And I like Scream 5 too. I thought it was good. But I am concerned, as I think everybody is, about Sydney Bristow not being in it.
Yep.
And where the franchise goes with all of the main characters dead is spoiler alert. Does it actually continue? Is the requel that they talked about in the 5th one complete and now it's been rebooted? I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Well, I'm basing a lot of it on the Jenna Ortega boom.
Yeah, she's on fire right now.
So
that's true.
I finally just saw the teaser to it and was like, okay.
Yeah.
So we're in New York now.
That's basically all the teaser is. Although I got heavy Scream 2 vibes in the sense that there's a bunch of different people dressed up on the train, and it's like the beginning of Scream 2 when they're in the theater, you know? It looked interesting. I will obviously see it because I love Scream.
And your wife will obviously be dragging you to go watch it.
Yeah. At first she was like, I'm not going to see it. I was like, yes, you're obviously going to see it.
It's part of your franchise.
Yeah.
We do this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to select maybe an out of left field pick, maybe not. I have also not seen any of the movies in this franchise, but apparently they're pretty good also. I'm going to select The Equalizer 3.
Ooh.
Have you seen any of the Equalizer movies?
Yes.
Are they good?
Yes.
Oh, good. I mean, it's Denzel Washington. It's always good.
Yes. Equalizer is good.
Okay. Yeah. And that has to be good. So the previous two were very highly rated. So I was like, the third one should follow.
No, they're good stuff. I really enjoy them.
And Dakota Fanning is in it. So it's kind of like a fun reunion.
It's a reunion piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that one movie.
Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. Thank you. I'm going to pretend I said it. Everybody loves Man on Fire.
I'm gonna edit that in post.
Yeah. They don't have a poster out yet. I guess I'll just choose The Equalizer.
This sucks.
If you want me to select a movie for you, just let me know.
Hell no.
I got one picked out just for you. I think you'll like it.
You dick.
Well, because nobody's going to pick it, I want to talk about 80 for Brady. Who is this movie even for, honestly? Are there a lot of 70-year-old women who love Tom Brady and the NFL?
Dude,
who is this?
It looks so bad. Like and the trailer is fucking everywhere, but I'm like, it's poorly timed.
Yeah.
Because so many people have lost just a general respect for Tom Brady.
Yeah, they made it obviously before he chose football over his marriage and family. And now
like he publicly was like, fuck family, I only care about football.
Yeah. I do not care that my wife is begging me to not do football anymore, even though I'm the most successful, iconic athlete of a generation.
I hold all the records. No one's ever going to come close to any of them. I must do more.
I'm going to continue to miss all of my children's birthdays and just general time with them.
I think, honestly, what could be a saving factor for that movie would be if they're tricking everyone to go into it expecting like a stupid old lady wannabe raunchy comedy or whatever, right? And then it turns out to be like some super deep, heartfelt film or story where they're all dying or something.
the Trojan
seeing
horse
the Super Bowl. Right.
Yeah.
So, but it looks terrible. I've seen that trailer on every fucking movie I've gone to the theater for the last month.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, this looks bad. It looks so bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
And no, I was not going to pick it.
Okay. Good. I'm glad I didn't out you. You gotta swing for the fences. Find the diamond in a rough. Hidden gem.
All right, I'm going with my first wild card.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
I'm going with Renfield.
Oh, interesting. I would have genuinely chosen Renfield. I do think it will be very interesting and entertaining. For anybody that doesn't know, it's about was he a side character?
So Renfield was ish. He's Dracula's slave.
Slave is probably a better word.
Yeah. And so the movie is about Renfield being in the asylum. Mm-hmm. And Nicolas Cage plays Dracula and Nicholas Hoult plays Renfield.
That's all you need to know is Nicolas Cage plays Dracula.
and they're only like marketing for it was an image of Nicolas Cage in Dracula. Yeah, you just posted it. That's the only marketing they've done. And it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super awesome. Okay. I think that's a good choice. I do think it will do pretty well. Everybody loves Nicolas Cage. Everybody will see it.
Hopefully.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Oh, no.
Can I select the Titanic 25th anniversary
No.
re-release that comes out before Valentine's Day? It's in 4K 3D HDR, high frame rate, completely redone.
I mean, you could. It's going to tank. I bet it doesn't even make no one's even going to know it comes out.
I don't think it'll make a lot of money, but my thought there was it's already rated highly on IMDb. It's not going to drop.
Don't use that. No. That movie's been out since 1997.
Okay. All right, I'll take it off the list then.
Can I do the re-release? No!
Then I will select a different movie in February. Very different topic. I don't know how well this movie is going to do, but I do think people will be interested in how crazy it is, and also that's based on a true story. I'm going to choose Cocaine Bear.
Oh my god.
But it has to be pretty good, right?
I'm not knocking it. I'm totally going to go watch that movie.
I know you are. I think that
it looks so stupid.
It's going to be...
I feel like...
It's going to be crazy. Elizabeth Banks is directing.
I will say...
She's crazy.
I have seen that trailer on the last 3 movies that I've gone and watched.
Yeah.
And all 3 times they've played the trailer, the entire theater has been laughing out loud.
Okay. That's a good start.
I think people are going to buy into the absurdity of the movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think that that's the main thing it has going for it. Why did I get an error?
It also could end up with the snakes on a plane thing where people flock to it that first day and then never watch it again. Unless you're like me and then you watch it a lot.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? Do you mean that classic film that everybody loves? There's not really a picture, so I used the picture from the real Cocaine Bear. There's no poster.
Really?
Yeah.
They have posters for it.
I can't find one. Oh, wait, hold on. They do. Hold on. I just saw it. Never mind. Hold on. I need to insert this image. Yeah, it's got like a bear covered in cocaine, as you would expect.
Yeah.
Looks a lot like the Equalizer poster, actually.
It does look shockingly like...
Except
it basically is the Equalizer poster.
Just replace the rain with cocaine and you have the same movie.
That's terrible. Funny, but terrible.
Yeah, that's what we go for here.
Ooh. Do I dare? Do I dare?
I think you need to dare. I think you must.
I think I'm going to. I'm going to. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Stoked.
No, I'm not going to dare. Not in this round. I'm not daring yet.
Blue balls. I was so ready.
You're not going to goat me into doing it. I'm going to save it.
All right, I'm trying to get in your head.
I'm going to go with the Marvels.
Yeah, that's the safest possible pick.
Right? Like, it's like, dude, I got to figure something out. Every pick that's left is middle ground at best.
How do you feel about the Marvels?
Well, considering I'm not a big fan of Captain Marvel.
I almost said Mrs. Marvel, and I forgot that was a completely different character.
Yeah, and it's Miss Marvel. She's a little girl.
She's going to get married eventually. Marvels. Interesting. I put that very low on my list.
Yeah. I think it's going to do better than Shazam, though, now that I'm looking
I think
at it.
that it will have a much better Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yes.
In the critics category, not in the audience category. It's directed by this Nia DaCosta who did Candyman. All right. Luck with that. I'm going to select my second wild card, just so that you don't take it, because I think the box office will be very large, but the rating will not be good. And so I'm going to just take the box office from it. That's my plan at this point. I'm going to choose Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Oh.
Because I think that obviously Transformers started strong and has gone downhill. But I think that bringing back Beast Wars will reignite interest from dorky millennials like people like you and me.
Well, and this one's like the follow-up to Bumblebee, which was like the super soft reboot.
It was
of the whole thing.
Better received.
I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Rise of the Beast because it's Beast Wars. I grew up watching Beast Wars. And I think Optimus Primal looks pretty badass, actually. So, and it helps that Michael Bay is not directing it, so that gives it a little extra credit.
Yep, all of that is true.
You know what? I'm going to finish out July.
Okay.
Fuck you. I'm going to take Insidious.
Oh, Insidious, what is it? 4? 5? 6?
Yeah, 5.
Okay, hold on.
Wait. 5. It's the 5th one because the last key was number 4.
I can't find it in my list. Oh, it's because it's called Insidious Fear of the Dark. The most interesting thing about that is that Patrick Wilson is directing it, and it's his first movie. And so that could certainly revive the franchise.
Yeah.
Fear of the Dark.
Well, I'm hoping that he was able to learn a lot, and I'm sure he utilized James Wan for tips on how to film horror and all that. So I'm looking forward to it. I like that franchise. The Last Key was kind of shitty, but there's worse out there. So
okay.
And I just took the whole month of July, so that's also fun.
Well, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Okay, I don't see a poster, so I'm just going to select that.
I don't think they have a poster yet.
Either. But I like Patrick Wilson, and I wish him all the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting choice. That was very far down my list of things to consider. Just throwing it out there. I'm going to choose. You have a Dracula movie. I have to have a Dracula movie. So I'm going to choose The Last Voyage of the Demeter? It's a Dracula movie, if you haven't heard of it, with a bunch of people that I've never heard of. But it's directed by Andre Ovredal, who did Troll Hunter and Autopsy of Jane Doe. So should be cool.
Oh.
It's based on one chapter from.
It's getting a theatrical release.
It looked like it to me, yeah. It's based on the one chapter from Bram Stoker's book about the ship that transports Dracula, and they made a whole movie about it. I don't expect it to get a ton of the box office, but I think it'll be interesting. And I like having a movie that is opposite your Dracula movie. So
I know. You're trying to be spiteful. It's funny.
Spiteful, strategic.
Spiteful. Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely picking it now.
Okay. Is this the one that
Are you
you
ready?
teased before?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna go with the Little Mermaid, dude.
I love your confidence, and I am excited to see how that goes.
I think it's gonna make a bunch of money because it's gonna be a whole bunch of trolls going just to be mad at the movie, and they're gonna go and spend their money, get pissed off for 2 hours, and then go on the internet and complain about it. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I think that all of the live action princess movies have gotten a ton of money and been relatively unappreciated. People rate it pretty low or middle of the ground. There hasn't been any standouts or great ones. Honestly, don't know why they keep making them. Except I just said they make a ton of money, so yeah, I do understand.
They make a ton of money. You answered your own question.
Yeah, they do make a ton of money, but it's so silly that they keep doing it. They should at least make a good one. That would be a nice change of pace to make a good one.
I will say, I am looking forward to seeing Melissa McCarthy play the villain.
Ursula, yeah.
Yeah. Even though she's probably going to be like a horrendously CGI character, but I'm still excited to see her play a bad guy. So
yeah, she's always very entertaining. Okay. Wow, you selected that one pretty darn quickly.
Quickly?
I mean,
like, what round is this?
Not like quickly early on, but quickly as in I didn't have a ton of time to decide my next one.
Oh.
You weren't on the clock very long, I guess I should say. Okay. I'm going to select a movie that comes out very soon in January. I'm going to select Plane. What do you mean? I think it could be Gerard
Have you
Butler's.
seen that trailer?
Yes, I think it looks kind of cool. I think it could be Gerard Butler's return to cinema as an action star.
Honestly, like, I laugh at it. I'll probably end up seeing it. I don't know if I'm going to see it in the theater, though. Yeah. I don't know. It just kind of, I think it shows way too much in this preview.
It does show a lot. It should be a 60-second preview, not a 2 or 3 minute preview.
Yeah. Seeing Plane's preview was a lot, or Plane, was a lot like when Beast came out back in August.
Beast?
With Idris Elba. He played the dad. Him and his daughters are on safari, and a killer lion starts coming after him.
Never even heard of this movie.
Oh.
Let alone
need to get out of the house more, Jake.
I do. Obviously, I haven't seen most of the movies from this last year.
That preview looked cool, but they show you like the entire movie. Watching Plane.
Yeah.
The trailer to Plane. They show you like, oh, okay. I literally just watched every beat of the film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
And they just kind of reiterate to me, when trailers get made, they need to go back to the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
You don't show anything. They need to go back to like that first Oppenheimer teaser.
Yeah.
Where it's just the voiceover, the fire, and the name. Call it good.
Yeah.
I think that's more effective. I would actually think that kind of trailer might draw more people in because there's a higher curiosity factor.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but just my opinion.
Okay.
But that's why I laugh at Plane, because I'm like, they show you the whole movie in the preview.
Yeah. No, they definitely do. They definitely do.
I already know my next pick.
Go for it.
I'm going to go with another Pixar Disney animation. Yes. I'm going to go with Wish.
Wish. Oh, yeah.
I'm actually pretty I'm looking forward to this one because it's the movie based on the whole premise of Disney of the When You Wish Upon a Star.
Yeah, I mean, they can't fuck that up. Otherwise, their entire company is suspect.
Right. And it's an original story from them. I think it looks sweet. I like the idea. So
it seems so obvious. I'm surprised it's taken this long.
I'm shocked it's taken this long
to come up with a movie about the whole thing that everybody has loved about your company for so long. It's also, I think, the same crew that did Frozen 2 and A Wrinkle in Time. So it should be all right.
I never watched Wrinkle in Time.
I didn't either. Okay, let's stick to the plan. Let's not get crazy here. What do I have holes in? I don't have any October movie. I need an October movie.
I think you and I are both avoiding October.
We kind of are. October's got some issues. I'm going to play it medium and say, since you chose Fast X, I will choose Saw X.
I'm kind of shocked you're actually going with it. Like, I know you love the franchise, but I think the Fast and the Furious franchise has kind of maintained its level of like storytelling or whatever, even as it's I don't know. Saw franchise is rough.
Yeah,
Spiral was bad.
It's a Saw. Spiral was bad, but it was also. I don't know that most people thought of it as a Saw movie because it was a side story. It's been a long time since we've had a proper Saw movie. It's a Saw movie in October, right before Halloween. So people are like, I don't know what to see. I need to see a horror movie. Saw. I know kind of what that is. I will go see it. So maybe, just maybe, it will be okay. Yeah. I mean, it's the best option I've got so far.
It's definitely not picking that certain movie because that's sacrilege, which
The
is
Exorcist.
ironic.
Yeah, I know we were both avoiding The Exorcist.
I'm like holding
just because it's ridiculous,
and I'm still
not just
so mad at David Gordon Green.
Yeah, that's most of the reason. It is also sacrilege to remake the most classic horror movie of all time.
Right, like fucking assholes. All right, I'm gonna go with Wonka. Oh,
a December movie. Yeah, I think that will be interesting. I think that what's his face? The kid from Dune.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. I think that he will do a good job. Even though I can't say that I love him, honestly. He's okay.
I feel like I haven't
People
really
hype him up like he's the best thing.
It's true. He does get hyped up a lot.
Yeah.
But the only thing I've seen him do a starring role in is Dune.
True.
And his character Paul is pretty quiet in that movie, so
yeah, very. Very, very. Yeah, we're getting down to it now. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is what separates the men from the boys.
No, this is where desperation starts kicking in.
It's true. Okay, I'm going to select Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Ooh. I think that there have been so many terrible Dungeons and Dragons related movies. This one looks like it could actually be good.
Yeah. I'm going to go watch it. I get a very... did you ever see The Great Wall with Matt Damon?
Yes.
I get that kind of vibe where I'm like, it's going to be fun, entertaining. It's not going to really take itself too serious ever.
Goddamn.
People are going to go into it expecting one thing and get something that they're not. I feel like I'll be kind of in the minority and really enjoy it, and the world will hate it.
Yeah. I also think that I enjoy all of the like Dungeons and Dragons references. It seems like it's made by people who actually know what that is and cares about it. Yeah, like having owl bears in it, having mimics in it. It looks fun.
It does look fun.
It's written by maybe written and directed. I don't remember. The kid from Freaks and Geeks.
Kid from what?
John Francis Daly, the kid from
Freaks
and Geeks.
Yeah.
Co-written and co-directed, yeah. So he's dorky. He should make a good Dungeons & Dragons movie.
All right. I'm going to go with No Hard Feelings.
All right.
It's Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, it's like an R-rated comedy.
Yeah, with Matthew Broderick.
I had the hardest time putting a face to that name for some reason.
It's because she's like kind of been away for a while.
That's true. She was busy being a mom.
Yeah. And I mean, she did make that horrible Don't Look Up movie on Netflix, but hopefully this is better.
It's possible. It's certainly possible. Okay, so I'm glad you took No Hard Feelings. I'm just kidding. I don't have a counter move to that. Okay, I'm going to select an animated movie. I think you have 2 of those, so I should have 2 as well. I'm going to choose Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Oh, fuck.
Good. For August 4th.
That's the Seth Rogen one.
Yeah, I think so.
He's been writing this movie for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea. That sounds good. I like when people work for a really long time on something because they've had a long time to polish it.
Yeah. He's been working on this one for a while.
It's generally why people's like first things are so good, and then their second one, everybody's like, "That one's great. Make another thing," and they're like, "I don't know what to make," and so their second one kind of sucks.
It's
sometimes.
like, well, just spew something out, damn it.
Yeah. So it always gets rushed.
All right. I think I'm going to do a wild card.
Ooh, interesting.
What was my other wild card? Renfield?
I can tell you. Renfield, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me double check that this is what I actually want to do. Ooh. Okay, no. I'm not going to do it as a wild card.
Ooh, okay. I'm doing that.
This will be a normal pick. All right. I don't feel great about it, but I'm still going to pick it.
It is what it is.
I still feel like it's a giant gamble, but I'm going to go with The Flash.
Yeah. I think it's a gamble for a couple of reasons. Obviously, the entire universe is suspect. The problem with The Flash is kind of the same problem that they had with Superman, is that you had the perfect way to change
everything,
the universe. Yeah. And you decided not to. I don't know what you're doing with The Flash. You don't know what you're doing with The Flash. But the main reason it's also suspect is it could get canceled for any reason just because Ezra Miller is a crazy
Ezra
person.
Miller is
who's
trash.
Going to jail, leading a cult, stealing. I don't know what he's doing, but it could just get scrapped because they can't even promote it with him.
Yeah, it's a big gamble.
But it is also a pretty darn popular franchise that has never had a standalone movie. it'll be very interesting to see what happens with it. Okay. All right. Okay. You're just disgusted with yourself.
I just don't know how.
Okay. I am going to choose a movie that should make decent money, but maybe not have the best rating. And I think it's also another end to a franchise coming out this year. I'm going to choose Expendables 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be all right, even though they're running out of people to add to the cast.
They're all
They're
too
adding
old
50
at this
Cent.
point.
They're adding 50 Cent, Megan Fox, Tony Jaa, which should be cool. And Iko Uwais, the guy from The Raid, he should be cool too. But yeah, it'll be okay, I think.
You sound about as sure about that pick as I did with The Flash. All right.
Well, at least it's a universe that makes sense and people care about. So, suck it,
Shots
nerd.
fired. You dick.
It's more of a burn on DC than it is on you.
I know. All right, I'm going with an October movie.
Okay.
I'm going to go with True Love.
I know you can't see the screen, but I typed it before you wrote it or said it. Because I heard you say John David Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like my secret weapon. I thought that might be okay.
Yeah, there was I'm telling you right now, I am not picking The Exorcist. I am taking a firm stance on this. Not
just
doing
based
it.
on principle.
Principle and bitterness, and I'm not doing it.
Okay. True Love's also written and directed by Gareth Edwards, who did Rogue One and Godzilla, so it should be all right. Danny McBride, Benedict Wong, Ken Watanabe.
Well, and it's going up against Kraven the Hunter, and if Kraven the Hunter ends up anything like Morbius...
I am not choosing Kraven the Hunter for the exact same reason. Fuck that universe.
It's so bad.
Yeah. I guess I should have more in April. Ooh, this one might be okay. Okay, I'm going to select Heart of a Lion. It is the biopic on George Foreman, starring Forrest Whitaker. That sounds good.
All right.
Everybody loves George Foreman, not just for his grills, but he was a fantastic pugilist, which means boxer if you're not...
I feel like that'll attract a lot of people our parents' ages.
Yeah, it'll be for sure a bunch of people that are like those kinds of biopics.
I like biopics.
I like biopics too, but not like every one that comes out. I like occasional biopics around very specific topics.
Okay, I might have a broader enjoyment of biopics.
It sounds like I don't like biopics.
It sounds like you don't like biopics.
Kind of what I'm getting at, yeah.
I like biopics.
I just want a picture of...
You should just put a George Foreman grill.
It's about how the George Foreman grill conquered the world.
It kind of did.
Everywhere.
It kind of did.
I'll choose good old Forrest Whitaker.
All right. I already know my next one.
Oh, wow. Cruising right along. All right, what is it?
Well, you know how you were doing spiteful picks earlier?
Yes.
I'm going to do
well
one.
Aware.
I'm going to do Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Why is that spiteful?
Because it comes out on the same day.
As what? Oh, a Heart of a Lion?
Yeah.
I can't wait for George Foreman to fight Margaret.
That sounds fucked up because Margaret is a teen girl going through changing times.
And her changing body?
Yes, that's fucked up. Not the changing body, George Foreman fighting her.
I mean,
not the real George Foreman.
About equality.
This is derailing.
It's about equality, Dustin. What's this? Oh, that looks like trash.
What, you don't want book club the next chapter?
I'm a huge fan of the first
Tell
one.
me that was one that you just looked at.
It's not.
What?
It's not, but I am a huge fan of I'm a huge fan of the first book club movie. So I'm there for the second book club.
Oh my god, seriously?
No, not seriously.
Well, that's ironic.
No, I have no interest in that whatsoever. Also, I know that I will not pick it because old women do not post IMDb reviews, and so it's not going to have any sort of rating. Shitballs. What was I doing? You derailed my whole thought process with that. What was I doing?
Good.
May. Oh yeah, I was looking at this, and then I didn't know what it was. I don't think people care about that anymore. This is riveting podcasting.
Yeah, we're sorry, guys. This is the point of the show where Jake and I just rip into movies that we've seen nothing about that we're going, that's trash.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Okay. I will choose A Haunting in Venice, which is the third Hercule Poirot movie. I don't think people care about it anymore after Death on a Nile. That did not do great. But I think people might be interested in it being like occurring during Halloween. That's interesting. I think it does. I could be wrong about that.
I didn't mind Death on a Nile, but I also didn't think it was near as good as Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that everybody on the planet thinks that. So it's probably not going to be wonderful. But it's at least got the pedigree to actually be worth selecting. So maybe that will be enough.
Well, I think to try and hope to balance my own picks out a little bit.
Yes.
I'm going to go with About My Father.
Oh.
So it releases the same day as Little Mermaid, so it won't make any money, but I'm hoping it has a higher rating than Little Mermaid will and kind of help balance that whole shenanigans out.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully.
That sounds good. What's it called? About My Father?
Yeah.
I was busy reading. I guess it has Robert De Niro in it, which may or may not be a good thing. He chooses interesting projects.
I think he just does whatever because he's old and he's like,
yeah,
I don't really care anymore.
Like one of the most legendary actors, but he's also been in some non-legendary stuff. A lot of the non-legendary stuff. Dang it! I kind of wish I didn't use both my wild cards at this moment. But I think that the release date is good. I think that the subject could be good. So I think it might be worth the gamble. Also, I don't think I had any DC movies. I think you have 2. So it's about time I choose one. I will select Blue Beetle.
I was wondering. I've been back and forth on that one.
It is the one I think is most likely to get pushed to HBO Max or whatever. But I do also think that there is a genuine, significant fan base who are excited about it. It's the first like Latin American Hispanic superhero. Has a good cast, and it's a new character. It's not like it's a DCEU character people have seen, and now this is his solo movie. They're introducing a brand new thing. So like the Flash, or not the Flash, like Shazam, maybe it'll carry through. Might not, probably won't.
Yeah, no one knows for sure yet.
So it's okay.
I think DC and Warner Brothers are really banking that it's going to be like Ant-Man was for the MCU.
Yeah, I think that's true. But I mean, it seems true to the culture. The writer and director has only done Mexican movies. He's not very a mainstream dude. It has George Lopez, Susan Sarandon in it. I think that it might be okay.
All right. So I'm going to go with Next Goal Wins. It's another Taika Waititi film.
Yeah.
I think this will be kind of, could potentially be same vein as like Jojo Rabbit almost.
Yeah.
It kind of gets back to is really what he does best in a genuine story and kind of get away from the train wreck that was Thor.
Yeah. What he does best is not big blockbuster superhero movies.
Yeah, don't make superhero movies anymore.
Next Goal Wins sounds it's interesting.
Yeah. It kind of sounds like this potentially could be this generation's Cool Runnings.
That would be cool. Yeah. It's about a American Samoa soccer team who lost a World Cup match 31-0.
Yeah.
Which sounds crazy.
That just sounds like the worst day ever.
Yeah. Yeah. If it is like Cool Runnings, that would be a great thing.
Yeah.
I love Cool Runnings. Oh, yes. I realized I don't have a December movie, and I want to choose one just so that I keep the momentum going throughout the year. So I'm going to go ahead and choose The Color Purple. Hey, that's like my team color. That works out well. Apparently a musical adaptation remake of the old version.
Which is not that happy of a story.
I know less about it than I probably should for a movie that I just selected in the draft.
It's not a happy story.
No, it's not great, but it's in December, and it's also a relatively well-known thing. The beauty of this is it's very easy to select movies like Barbie and Oppenheimer and Indiana Jones. It's very easy to choose the blockbusters. This is the nitty-gritty parts where you have to choose the movies that will make a couple million, movies that will potentially hurt your rating.
Yeah, it doesn't do a lot of good right now. Fuck it. All right, give me A Man Called Otto.
I don't think it's going to do well either. And
I don't think it's going to do well. I read the book. The book is amazing. I love the book.
I have seen the original Swedish movie. I think it's Swedish.
Right.
A Man Called Ove.
Yep.
It's good. I can't really imagine Tom Hanks as a grumpy old man. I mean, it's Tom Hanks, so a lot of people will like it.
I think he'll do well. I think he's a good choice.
Yeah.
especially for like the more tender moments.
Yeah. I mean,
From
he's
the
not
story.
grumpy the whole time. He definitely has a journey.
I feel like that's probably why he got cast, because they were like, those tender moments are going to be the ones,
Yeah.
and we need you.
Yeah.
And he's like the correct age. So.
Yeah. Who is the oldest, most likable guy we can think of? Tom Hanks. Yes.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm gonna choose. Dear God, I can't believe I'm choosing this movie. I'm gonna choose this movie mostly because it's in February, and also because it comes out before Valentine's Day, and also because you wouldn't let me select Titanic.
I thought you were picking this movie like right when I told you no on the Titanic. I thought that was what you were going to pick. This is the funniest thing you've picked.
I have to choose Magic Mike. Oh, The Last Dance. It's not XXL. Magic Mike, The Last Dance.
Where the fuck did you get XXL?
That's the name of the sequel, the second one.
Oh my God.
Not that I have seen it or know that or anything. Not that I have it saved in my watch list. I've honestly never seen any of them. But Channing Tatum's in it still. He's likable. Salma Hayek's in it. So I don't know why.
She's likable.
Yeah. She's pretty old for. I mean, she's still attractive, but she's old for someone who's
got it, man.
Going to a strip club. The tagline is "The stripperverse will never be the same." Did you know that there's a stripperverse?
Oh my God.
It'll make $100 million. It'll make $100 million. I guarantee it.
I swear to God, if that movie is successful in any way, there's not much I'll do about it, but I'll be upset.
It's directed by Steven Soderbergh. Isn't he like a legit dude director?
Yeah.
Is it the same Steven Soderbergh? All right. Well, you forced my hand, but I did select Magic Mike XXL. No, not XXL.
I feel better about it, but according to the last draft we did, like when you picked a movie that you weren't excited about, it worked out for you.
Yeah,
fuck, dude, it's after 10 o'clock.
Oh my God. Let's pick it up.
Lightning. We're only on 26.
Feels like we've gone on forever.
All right. Are you ready for lightning round?
Lightning round.
I'm doing the wild card for Aquaman.
Okay. What is that called? The Last Kingdom or some shit? I'll choose. Fuck. I'll choose Evil Dead Rise.
All right.
Yeah. 421. Evil Dead Rise. And it's Evil Dead. I know a lot of people will be stoked about it. Not a lot of people. Some people will be stoked for it.
I'll watch it, but
yeah.
I'm also not 100% sold that's actually going to make it into the theater.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm going with Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. Haunted
Disney
Mansion.
live action.
Oh, dear God. My comment I wrote for that one was hard pass.
Well, this is the lightning round. We're tired. And
partly because Jared Leto and the screenwriter did Snatched and Ghostbusters, the 2016 version.
Yep.
Okay.
But fuck it.
Fuck it. Okay. Well, interesting. Okay. I will select Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Yeah, you will.
I actually genuinely no joke, love that book when I was a kid.
Never read it.
It's for like kids. There's like hardly any words in it. But it has Zachary Levi in it, who's great. I might have Zoe Deschanel. I don't remember. Maybe that's in my imagination. You know what's weird? They kind of relatively recently remade Haunted Mansion with Eddie. What's his name?
That was like back in 2005
Eddie Murphy
or something like that.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm an old man.
That was like 2005.
Give me a break.
Or 4. 3.
All right.
2003. It's been 20 years, Jake.
Okay. So not even close.
I'm going with Inside.
Yeah, I actually do think that will be really good. The only reason I didn't take it is I already had a buttload of movies in March. But I am actually excited about Inside. It looks really good. It's Willem Dafoe he's a cat burglar stuck inside somebody's house for a long time.
It looks like it's going to mess with your head really, really bad.
Yeah, I think it will be very good. I was going to take it just because I think it'll be good, but then I'd have just too many movies in March. I will take Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie.
You son of a bitch.
Paw Patrol, the Mighty Movie. First one did pretty good. Paw Patrol, the movie. Now this one is Mighty. What can go wrong?
All right. I'm going to go with... Oh, you're not ready yet.
I'm done.
I'm going with Distant.
What the fuck is Distant?
It's a sci-fi movie.
Well, it has the most...
It says romance, but it's a sci-fi movie.
It has the most generic sci-fi poster I've ever seen. Are you ready for this? Distant.
Yes.
How about I select Strays? Strays is an adult comedy featuring talking dogs. That sounds wonderful. Okay, this is not the same movie, but it's about dogs and it's called Stray, so it's pretty close.
Just like draw an S on it or something.
I wish I was that quick and or talented. Okay.
I'm going with Marlowe. Private investigator movie.
Yeah, with Liam Neeson.
Yep.
Well, it's part of the Raymond Chandler mystery series, which has a bunch of movies about it. I've been avoiding taking this, but actually, no, I'll choose this one instead. This one shouldn't be too bad. I don't know how to say it, though. Chevalier?
God damn it. Really? Fucking ass.
Yes?
Yeah, Chevalier.
Thank you. Is that like a person that I should know?
It's supposed to be a historical biopic.
Okay.
About a black guy in like Marie Antoinette times.
Yes.
He's a musician.
Okay.
Super talented. Everyone hates him.
Just because he's black? Or because he's good? Like
both.
Amadeus. Amadeus is a good movie.
The Nun 2.
Back in the Habit.
Hey man, Sister Act 1 and 2 are good movies.
Yeah. As soon as I saw they were making a Nun 2, that's the first thing that came to mind. The Nun fucking sucks. Why would you choose the Nun 2?
Because it's lightning round. It's late. I'm tired.
I'm going to choose The Blackening.
Cool.
I'm going for your black movie record. I mean, Jay Farrell's funny.
True.
It's the worst that can happen.
All right, I'm going with They Listen.
Oh.
You haven't found a picture yet.
Okay. Oh, shut up. They listen. Apparently, that is not a sequel to They Live, unfortunately. The plot is under wraps. So there's no poster. We know nothing about this
nothing
movie.
For it. But it's directed by Chris Weitz.
Who's that?
He's done adequate movies.
All right. Good.
I'm going to go with Meg 2, The Trench.
I don't know why I want to say Meg 2, The Meganing. All right. The Meg 2, The Trench. Good. Great. Wonderful. You know what? I'm going to do it. I am going to take The Exorcist. You know why? Because fuck it, that's why.
I don't even have a comment for you. I'm just so disappointed. I hope it ends up having a worse rating than Halloween Ends.
It is highly likely.
I can't wait for that promo to be put on the screen from the director of Halloween Ends.
Right.
Womp.
Yeah. From that piece of shit. It's The Exorcist in October. I feel pretty confident in the rest of
really well.
I feel pretty confident in the rest of my ratings that even if it sucks, people will see it and then say that it sucks. So I can take the hit on my rating. That's my thought process.
Fair enough. I'm going with Love Again.
Oh, that's cute.
It sounds like a cell phone version of P.S. I Love You. Well, not really, but in a way.
Yeah. This chick's fiance dies and she sends romantic texts to another dude. Thinking she's sending them to her fiance for some reason, even though he's dead.
Right. Hey, cathartic.
It's true. It's true. Oh, I think it used to be called Text for You. That's why this poster is weird. Okay. We'll just go with that. We're almost there, everybody. Of course, by the time you're hearing it, I will have cut out all of the deciding dead air, and this podcast will not be that long. 3 more choices for you. Okay, so I need to choose one. I think underdogs will suck, but I think champions might be okay.
But they already made Champions. It's called The Ringer.
I know, and I love The Ringer, even though it didn't do very well overall.
And this is coming from Bobby Fairley. I think it's going to be a horrible movie.
Yeah, it's about Woody Harrelson coaching a bunch of Special Olympics kids. But they're like cool Special Olympics kids who like know that they're impaired or whatever and are hilarious, or they're supposed to be, like The Ringer.
It's exactly like The Ringer.
Yeah.
It's exactly The Ringer.
Except he's not competing, he's coaching.
Right.
Totally different movie.
Oh my God. I have 3 picks left.
Yes, sir. And then this nightmare is over.
Backed into a corner I don't want to be in.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in. It's Macho Man Randy D. Savage, if anybody didn't know that.
I'm gonna get forced to pick a movie I don't want, and that's going to make me mad. Shit.
That was the whole point of extending the number of movies we're going to get. There are a bunch of movies that don't have solid dates that are supposed to come out this year.
Yeah,
that you could gamble
that a whole lot.
You could gamble.
I'm not. All right. I'm going for just the box office.
Okay.
because I think it'll still do decent at, it's going to make a decent amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to suck.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have no hope for it, but it'll generate a few extra bucks for me, I guess. Oh, I can't believe I'm fucking picking this stupid movie.
I mean, at least it's not The Exorcist.
True. But it's gonna be so bad anyways. I'm gonna go with Craven the Hunter. Because I've got nothing in October.
Yeah. That's a good, decent reason to go with that. There are worse reasons. All right. I'll remove that from my was never going to pick anyway list. I'm going to gamble on a movie without a solid date yet because it's better than the other things that are an option. I'm going to go with The Nightingale, which is based on
The Nightingale?
Yeah, it's a best-selling novel of two sisters who resist Nazi occupation in France. Stars real-life sisters Dakota and Elle Fanning. Has to be good. I forget where they were at in production. I should have probably checked that before I took it. I didn't write it down. Oh, and also directed by Melanie Laurent, who is Shoshana in Inglourious Bastards, and directed Galveston, which is incredible. So high hopes for that movie if it ever comes out.
Right now it's just in pre-production.
As of when?
There's no date on IMDb. All it says is production status in pre-production.
You can't go to IMDb. They don't know anything. You gotta go to Movie Insider, where all the insiders get their movie insides. Nightingale in pre-production as of May 2020. I'm sure it's almost done.
Oh my god!
As of May 2020, it says film has not yet been shot, delayed due to coronavirus pandemic. Release date delayed to 2021. Well, that didn't happen, so this movie may never come out. Whoops. Whoopsie daisies.
I'm gonna gamble.
Shut the fuck
up.
Oh, God.
Oh, I don't know if it's because I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
But that was the funniest shit.
Yeah, we're a little punchy now. It's so late. I guess this is the cover of the book it's based on. I'll throw that in there. Why not? Yeah, that movie's not coming out. That was a waste.
Pre-production when 2020. They have forgotten about it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the best.
Dakota and Elle Fanning have stopped asking if it's going to come out or not at this point.
They've just moved on.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're probably under contract anymore.
Yeah. Whoever made that movie has already written it off on their taxes as a loss.
Yeah. Oh, you shit. You mean we never actually made it? No.
We talked about it once, I think.
It was a bestseller, but that was where it stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like a foreign film, aren't you? Yep.
Hey,
don't care.
Foreign
about
box
that.
office is a big deal.
That sounded bad. I like foreign films, but
don't care about you. Yeah, foreigners.
What are you? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do The Pope's Exorcist.
Pope just died. Have some respect. God damn.
The Pope didn't just die.
The Pope literally just died, bro. Google it.
No, he literally didn't, bro.
Okay, a Pope died. Maybe it's not the current Pope. No, you have to die.
I think
that's the only way you can get fired is if you die.
And I think that Pope died years ago.
No, the next Pope died. The one after him.
You are terrible at this.
The current one. I don't know his name. I'm not Catholic. They all have the similar names anyway, so.
Just die.
Dear Siri. The Pope's exorcist.
A former pope. A former pope died.
What happened? How did
Not
he?
The current one.
How did he lose his popeship?
Wait, I don't know. He died at 95 years old.
Golly.
Whoops.
Maybe he just retired. I didn't know that was an option.
Oh. He was elected as pope in 2005.
And then decided it wasn't for him?
No, I guess he's been pope since.
So he's the current pope.
It said former. I don't know.
He's
Anyways,
former now.
Movies.
He's former now because he's dead.
All right. I can't argue that point.
He's not the Pope any longer. The Pope's Exorcist is wild because they claim that it's based on a famous priest who performed 100,000 exorcisms. That's not even possible. Like, if you did it for 30 years, you'd have to do almost 10 a day.
I can't wait to watch that movie. It'll be a montage of exorcism.
Yeah, exorcism. It is Russell Crowe, though.
Can't wait to hear Eye of the Tiger playing over banishing demons.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be good. Well, I'm going to try to get out in the lead early because nothing else is coming out good for a minute. So I'm going to choose Megan. Meg Thregan. M. Thregan.
That might end up being like the worst performing movie of the whole year.
It might, but there also might be literally nothing out, and so people will go see it.
That's true. Or they'll just keep going to Avatar.
Oh shit, yeah, that's true. I should have chose Avatar again. It's a lady Chucky. So it's like 2022 feminism.
Dude, her dancing is one of the funniest fucking things in that trailer.
Plus,
I laugh every time.
Plus this girl, whatever her name is, Allison Williams, she hasn't been in a movie since Get Out, I think, because she was good in that.
Yeah.
And Girls. Yeah, whatever. It's the second to last. What's your last movie?
All right. I'm going to compete with your potentially worst performing film of the year.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's stupid.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself still.
I'm totally going to go for 80 for Brady because we were making fun of it so much, and it's like the last movie available.
Oh, my God. You are my hero for choosing this movie. Okay.
Well, as soon as you picked Megan, I was like, oh, yeah, all bets are off for these last ones. All right.
I'm glad I gave you that confidence to be able to do literally whatever you wanted.
I mean, I was going to anyways, but I think it'll be better received than Megan.
I honestly think the worst movie of the year might be Sweetwater, even though it's about. Wait, is it Sweetwater? No. Yeah, it is Sweetwater. It's about integrating the New York Knicks with the Harlem Globetrotters, but made by the same guy that did that terrible 9/11 movie. It has like the one with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, I never watched that one.
Well, it's terrible and has a 4.4 on IMDb. And I don't think this is going to go well either. But we'll see. So my last movie then would obviously have to be 1001. Why not? Who cares? 1001. About a lady who has done a bunch of crimes, and her last crime is kidnapping her own son. It'll be a heartfelt romp.
It's a feel-good story, folks.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be sad and people will want to cry, just like our last episode, Tearjerkers. Or just like this, if you are us and staying up until 10, almost.
I gotta go back to work in the morning too.
Good luck. All right, we did it. that is our lineup. It starts out very strong and gets much, much worse as time goes on.
It like rapidly takes a turn, doesn't it?
Pretty much. I'd say
Right
around
about
here, 21.
Yep.
Lucky 21.
You can tell, like, oh, they're trying. Oh, no.
Oh, no, dear God. Yeah, it will be very exciting to see what happens over the next couple of months with these movies. A lot of good ones, a lot of big ones that won't be good, and a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
But we're the proud owners of all of them. So, bully for us.
Bully for us.
And I am the reigning, defending
already gone.
world champion. All right. Thank you, everybody. Dustin, go to bed. I will go to bed. And we'll see you next time.
I was trying to ruin your moment. Bye, everyone.
See ya.